Has anyone taken a look at Tom Holland's 2021 release schedule? He's got four films dropping in 1 year. Does he sleep? Hello, everyone. Terrence here with Hollywood Already Did It. If you haven't already, go ahead, like, share, subscribe to the channel, ring that bell below. Anytime we have something, you will be among the first to know. Apparently, Tom Holland got to eat. He's got another film after ending last year with The Devil All the Time, which I thought he did a fantastic job in. It's clear that Tom is doing everything humanly possible to test all the waters of films that he can do. He's got another Spider-Man coming out. He's got a action adventure video game film and Uncharted. He's got a couple of dramas coming. This one is called Cherry. It is directed by the Russo Brothers, who he has worked with at memorable times on Civil War and some an Endgame and Infinity War. I don't know a lot about this one. I know that it is going to be released on Apple TV in March after getting a theatrical window where you can in February. And I know it's based on a book similar to, not as big, because I know The Devil All the Time was a massive book, but another book turned film from Mr. Holland. Let's go ahead and start this trailer up and see what we got with Cherry.
I'm 23 years old, and sometimes I wonder if life was wasted on me. I take all the beautiful things to heart, till I about die from it. If I could save time and a bottle, your first fit, hey, I'm really happy you're here. Why that? Because I like you. But there never seems to be enough times to do. You're it for me.
I feel the same way.
I joined the army.
Why would you do that?
Sometimes I feel like I've already seen everything that's gonna happen. And it's a nightmare. My one true accomplishment was not done. I have this voice in my head.
It'll stop. One day it'll go quiet.
I don't imagine that anyone goes in for a robbery if they're not in some kind of desperation. I've been at this a while now, and it's no secret what my face looks like. Get on the ground! One thing about robbing banks is you're mostly robbing women, so the last thing you want to be is rude. Ma'am, it's nothing personal.
It's a lot of fourth wall breaking, which is a cool technique, if not overused.
Can you look back to when you met the one you loved the most?
I also think
Remember exactly how it was.
it's a very weird song choice to have on the background of this,
On her and made you say yes.
but it's clear that they're doing a more of a satire version.
Sometimes I feel like I've already seen everything that's gonna happen, and it's a nightmare.
So that looks like a fun time. It's weird. I haven't read the book, and maybe I will. We have a little time before it actually comes out. Maybe I'll try to read the book. This feels, it's like an American crime drama, almost like a blend of like Oceans. No, actually, I'm sorry, Out of Sight. It reminds me a little bit of Out of Sight in a style where, although I don't think Out of Sight technically breaks the fourth wall and talks to the camera, there's a lot of that super stylized way of doing robbery, and then you flash back and flash forward and all of that stuff. It reminds me of that style a little bit. I don't know if the book, what tone the book is. I don't know if the book is a satire or, but it reminds me a little bit sometimes of Fight Club too, where you break the fourth wall, you talk, you're talking to the audience while you're to sort of explain some of the things that are psychologically happening in your head. Burn After Reading is a little bit like that too, where it's taking some of the, or thank you for smoking, thank you for not smoking. It takes the onus of speaking to the audience. So some of the things that are super dark or twisted or effed up can make a little bit more sense when you're getting it from the humanity of the character as your lead. All in all, I like what I see here. I think Tom Holland is pushed after the devil all the time. I think he's getting to prove how talented of an actor he is outside of being the kid that plays Spider-Man. I think he's showing some range and doing different things. He can clearly do the broken young white dude, or coming from a impoverished background. Like, he can handle that good. And what I like in this is that we get to see multiple versions of his character, because he clearly starts off being a regular kid, falling in love, doing the thing that kids do, goes off to the war, and that war and whatever happens to him there, whatever he sees, does, takes, it just affects him, and he's a complete changed man. And I love that you're getting both sides of that coin, and it just shows that as an actor, this kid is the sky's the limit for him. So I'm looking forward to this. I've got Apple TV, not because I actually purchased it, but because I purchased a computer and it came with it. Because right now there's really nothing else besides the morning show and Chris Evans, Isaiah series that really, and Lasso I think is doing well too. I haven't watched it yet. So there's not a lot there that I want to see, but there are a couple of things. That Timberlake one that they have coming as well. They're starting to get some stuff that piques my interest. So, what do you guys have Apple TV? What do you guys think? Or is it something you guys think they're getting to a point where it starts making sense to actually have it? I know in the streaming hierarchy, they seem to be getting left off, whereas HBO Max is now starting to climb up that rank, and Disney Plus is as well. So, curious to hear about that. And then, what did you guys think about this trailer? Go ahead and leave your comments in the comments below. If you want, you can follow us on Twitter at HollywoodADI. You can hit us up with an email at HollywoodAlreadyDidIt@gmail.com. We also have a podcast with the same name that goes on Google Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and here in YouTube. For the next few weeks, we are currently doing a Hollywood Already Did It presents sitcoms through the eyes of WandaVision. And we're looking at each week, whatever WandaVision pays homage to sitcom-wise. We're going to discuss that sitcom, that era, and why they chose that show and what we think about that. It's a fun little show that we're doing with my co-host Blake and special guest Jamie Jarek. You can find that, like I said, anywhere. We also have a sister podcast called You Can't Do That Anymore, where we talk about classic films like Tropic Thunder or American Beauty and discuss what those films did when they were released, and if they can get away with doing some of those things through the eyes of 2021. But like always, I got my ticket. You got yours.